So I am starting the ice bath, and it's a lot of ice. It's kind of hard to tell from that angle, but so it begins. We're gonna do some breathing, and then the goal is 10 minutes in the ice bath. See how that goes. Stay tuned. Okay, so just did 3 rounds of the breathing. I'm almost 40, so as you can see, I'm pretty prepared. And thanks to this fine hotel we're staying at, that has a endless amount of ice. So there's the water, as I showed to you a little bit ago, in regards to getting the ice in the water. I don't know if I get that right here. There it is. But you saw the first video, so all right. So I'm going to time lapse this. Obviously, no one wants to sit and watch me sit in ice water as long as I can. But so my goal is for 10 minutes. So this is my first. I've done some cold showers, which is around 50 degrees Fahrenheit at home. The showers here in Arizona in this hotel have not been very cold, even at the lowest setting. So first foray into ice bath, so we'll see how it goes. All right, here we go. Oh, yeah, it is cold. Wow, it is. You can feel it in my toes right away. Extremely cold. I'm gonna try to set my phone up here. Got a fairly waterproof version of the Google phone. Wow. All right, so just getting in, and while I'm gathering my senses about me, wanted to let everybody know that this Wim Hof experience has been so great. I'm just finished up the 4th week, going into the 5th week right now, and wanted to let you know the great news is I'm getting in here is I was accepted to take the first part of being an instructor for Wim Hof. So I'm super excited for that. It's going to be in Los Angeles at the end of March, the 30th and 31st. So, and the funny thing about it is it's in Beverly Hills, and I was like, Beverly Hills, really? But anyways, so super excited for that. I'll probably do another video on it, but I wanted to let you know I'm going to get in further because I feel like I'm doing myself an injustice. One of the things I will say as a disclaimer, you do not want to do this doing the breathing in the water. Definitely do not want to do that. Do the breathing prior to. And then you do not want to do the breathing in the water because you can black out, and it's called shallow water drowning, basically. You black out and just drown. It's not good. So it's happened before. Don't want to be that guy. One of the tips and the techniques is put your hands on your thighs when you get into this cold water. It activates something basically in your body for warmth, and it's one of the things that Wim says in it. So I'm going to get in here, and here we go, because I've acclimated to the very cold water now. But it's time to go all the way. We didn't come here to go partially way. So trying to build up. I know part of the ice baths is a big thing when be going to California here at the end of March. So it's time to get my cold exposure. Get it going. Here we go. So you gotta get that calm spot. You gotta put my hands on my thighs, which I have. I'm fully immersed. Calm down my breathing. All right. Very calming so far. Actually, it's my body's acclimated to it pretty well. I think the cold exposure that I've done prior to this has definitely helped. So, yeah, It's good. And I think obviously the breathing makes a big difference as well. One of the things I just watched a new documentary that you guys might want to watch. Yes Theory on YouTube. Just did a new documentary with Wim Hof. Highly recommend it. One of the things that they, if you've ever seen the Vice documentary on Wim, he talks about, kind of going through the process of, the breathing and building up and then, getting people prepared essentially to, in order to go to climb up the mountain in Poland. So with this one, so the people that from Yes Theory came into this one thinking they were gonna do the, prepare and then just go up the mountain. Wim completely threw him for a loop and had him jump in off of a fairly tall cliff and into some extremely cold water. And so the next morning they thought they were going to get up and start doing, the breathing and preparing. Well, Wim had another twist for him, and without doing any breathing whatsoever, had him go back into that same pool of water, into the river, and with no preparation, these guys, the only reason Wim did it this way is because these guys have been together for 3 years, and they know each other, and they've done some pretty crazy stuff from what I've seen, just checking out their YouTube channel a little bit. But so Wim, without doing any of the breathing like I just did before getting in here, put him in the water for 10 minutes. And that's unheard of. I mean, realistically, 2 minutes is usually the tops, maybe 3 minutes if you have some experience. So for them to go into this freezing cold water for that extended amount of time is pretty much unheard of. So they end up doing it. Everybody survived. I know some of the people had a harder time warming up. I think the breathing definitely warms up your core, which allows you to warm up the rest of your body. So as I'm about 5 minutes into this now total, not being fully submerged for that entire time. I'm completely comfortable at this point. I think probably the talking doesn't hurt as well. But when going back to the Yes Theory documentary, the group of people, they did a little bit of breathing exercises, and then Wim just took them up on the mountain early, and they made it almost to the summit. I'll let you watch the rest of it, but you can kind of see. I won't give any more of it away, but highly recommend it, and you can kind of see. But the reason I bring that up is what Wim is trying to explain and document is it's in your head. You can do anything you want. Your mind is stronger than you think. So he's basically proving, he's not recommending, let me be clear on that you do these things without training and things like that. But what he's trying to tell people is, hey, you can do things that push your limits, and it's just your mind that's holding you back. So keep that in mind as you're doing these things, because these are pushing your limits. And one thing I found as I've been going along this journey is I'm not afraid to do things as much, not that I was ever the kind of person that's always been super scared to do things, but definitely you get into a cold shower, man, every day. You gotta live with the gravity of it's an intense thing, and it's a shock to the system, but you realize that you can survive, and I think that just kind of pushes your limits. And once you know that you can push your limits, I think the things are endless. So yeah, again, I could go on and on here in regards to this, but I could the reality is I'm like from the time I've started this video, we're going on about 10 minutes, just under. And so my point is I could sit in here for quite a while. It's comfortable. Now, is it going to be as cold as the river that they're in? No, I'm not going to do that. But it did have a substantial amount of ice, as you saw from my first clip. So definitely cold. You can feel the cold, but if you get your mind relaxed and using your hands on your thighs, I'm telling you, it makes a huge difference. I would say the part that's probably the most cold right now is going to be my feet. So anyways, have a great rest of your day, and I'm going to finish up this, and keep an eye open for some more information on as I progress in the 10-week Wim Hof Method Fundamentals course, and talk soon.